Hi, welcome to my introduction vlog. This is the one where his family officially came to see mine. I hope you enjoy watching. I personally want to give a special shout out to my mom because gosh, that woman actually outdid herself. She was supposed to be seated with the elders discussing, just getting to know how everything is, but because my mom just like first impression a lot, my mom took it upon herself to make the meal she was going to be giving to her in-laws. She did not just want them to come and eat something that maybe wasn't well cooked or something they were not going to like. So she just told everybody that was there to just hold on, that she's going to make the meal by herself. So a greater portion of the meal was made by my mom. So the other women that you're seeing here that were supposed to be the ones originally making the meal just came to prepare the meal. This day was such a very busy day for especially my mom and her auntie. Auntie is the person on yellow. That woman is another genius. She is my grandmother's sister, so she's like my big auntie. I am forever grateful to her because I don't know what my mom would do without her. She's like my mom's right hand bag. Anywhere my mom is, she's always there. She's always very helpful, and I pray that, of course, God continue to bless her. God is already blessing her, but may his goodness and mercy never cease. So this day, my mom, one of my husband to be's people doesn't eat fufu, and majority of what was prepared here was fufu. The fufu was enough to feed, I would have said, the whole Ghana, but I don't want to say the point is just that the fufu was very plenty. It was enough to feed the whole village. Maybe I'm just exaggerating. So my mom made that semo for that person. The noise was just plenty. You know how village things are. People that I don't know, people that I know, everybody was just in my place. The way introduction is done is quite different from the way it is done in most parts of the country. But then on the day where the supposed husband comes to see the bride's family and the king's men, they prepare a list which is supposed to be like the bride prize. The bride prize. So before you even get to see the bride prize, you are expected to bring a whole lot of things and a huge amount of money. And part of what is in that list is that you are supposed to bring minerals, I think a crate or so, and some money attached to the women. Like you're supposed to provide this mineral to the women that are preparing the food. So this is the mineral with my mom, and they are having a little confrontation as usual. One thing I like about our mothers that are preparing this meal is that it is like they almost have a policy that states that make me happy and I'm gonna make you happy right back. Because if the husband to be does what he's supposed to do, like if he fulfills his duty to them, they will be happy and the whole event is just going to be smooth. But you see, these kitchen women, if you don't make them happy, forget it, just forget about it. Your food. Anyways, because my fiance actually gave them what we're supposed to give them, they were all happy. And yes, Jenny stepping in. Jenny was my stylist, mind you, so we're just somewhere else doing my makeup, and we're already done. And I was wondering what is happening. I am hungry, Kwanu. What's happening? So I had to send Jenny to come see what's happening here. And she came, she did a survey, she toured around. And also shout out to Jenny. Jenny is like the best thing that I don't know, like everything is just easy with Jenny by my side. I know I already said it in my previous video that I was just hoping to look like I was just hoping to, I don't know if you saw a black dress on Jenny's video. That was a black dress I was just hoping to wear. I mean, it's just an introduction, nothing serious. Let's just wear the black dress and just come up, like wear my wigs and everything is just going to be fine. Jenny said, God forbid bad thing. So she did everything and it was all glamorous. When you see these brethren gathering like this and holding the list and being very serious, just know that something is about to go down. I was even more frustrated than the person they gave the list, which is my fiance, because the list was like it was an handout. Let me just say it was an handout, because what? Ah, God. Anyways, they sat here deliberating on the kind of, maybe the things they were supposed to remove or the things they were supposed to add. So these are more like the kingsmen in my dad's village. So they were just here sitting and drinking. So they were just drinking this palm wine, which was very fresh and tasty, because I tasted it and it was giving. They will have to take this while they wait for the supposed husband to bring the real drinks. So on the other hand, in the kitchen, my mom was here with the women. They're making afang soup, white soup, which is afia or ofe sala, and then they are making fufu. This fufu was done by my mom, like she did it from the scratch, from the very scratch. She has a video on how she did the fufu on her channel. She had to, God, my mom is just, she went to the market, did everything, sieve it, did like, and then she brought it here so that she would make sure that these people are eating fresh fufu, not the one that have been kept and then it is smelling and all that. So that was what was happening today. And you know how these aunties and mommies in the village are, they're always very excited to cook, because I mean, it's like that's their joy. They like it when something of this nature is happening, because who doesn't like it anyways? So they were all happy and they were just doing it with sweetness in their hearts. At this point, they were preparing to do the pounded yam. They also did they also did pounded yam. So they were preparing to do the pounded yam. This was the base for the Akwa-Ibom. All hands were on deck. Everybody was just doing what they can do. It was more like division of labor. But then let's talk about the stress that people face in order to get married. I think most times people actually want to get married, but when they think of the stress that are involved, they just be like, I don't know. With the way our Nigerian economy is as at today, as I speak to you, it is very deadly, in the sense that somebody that does not what am I saying? Someone who is not very wealthy, or somebody that does not have money, somebody that does not have a good source of income, cannot feed himself 3 square meal. Not to talk of eating and feeding his or her family. What I'm trying to say is that in times past, people who have been getting married get a cheaper bride price, while presently the bride price has gone up. I'm saying this because I have seen one of my friends get married. She got married last year and I was opportune to see her list. The things on her list, they were much as at that time, but then they were just 2 pages. Like the things on her list, the requirements were just 2 pages. As I speak to you, the one they gave to my fiancé, it is an handout. I cannot call that a list, because that is an handout, and it is 3 times more than what my friend who got married last year actually received. So it is said to say that marriage is very expensive, like the bride price alone, no, not even going to maybe the ceremony and all that. So if you are thinking of getting married to someone from Akwa-Ibom, and you're coming for an introduction, you're coming for an introduction, you're coming for a traditional marriage, you're coming for, okay, let's just say if you're coming for an introduction, because I know roughly what was spent on this day alone. From what I could gather, it was more than, no, it was close to 400,000 naira just for collecting of the list, like introduction slash collecting of the list. And the reason is because in my place, when you want to come for the list, you don't just come. I don't know how other people do it in their culture, but you don't just come and collect the list. There are things you must do. The first thing they do is consultation. Like the consultation is, before they start the consultation, there's a fee for the consultation. So they have items in the consultation. The consultation is, you are coming into the family, you are introducing yourself, you're telling the elders why you're here. You saw a baby girl that you like and you want to come and, like, those things. Now I saw a flower, I want to come and pluck it. That's what they call consultation. And there's a consultation fee that you're going to pay, and all these things. There is drink there, there is cola nuts, there is this, there's this, and then there is a cash price that you pay for the consultation. And then after you've done the consultation, you now do what they call opening of the ear. Okay, I think you do the opening of the ear first before the consultation. So the opening of the ear is the one where you give them a listed item which is going to be on that same list. Like they will just tell you, those ones, the same thing, beer, maybe palm wine, cola nuts, just the same things. And then they will now put a cash prize. So the opening of the ear is done just so that they will listen to what you are saying. When they've done that one, then they will now bring another. The process is just too much. You do those ones before you now get the list proper. When you now get the list, then you and your people will then decide whether you're going back to go and study the list and then come back to come and say the ones you'll be bringing, or you just tell them that, okay, it's fine, we're going to pay everything. But I was very shocked when I saw the list because it was just so plenty, and I was frustrated. I myself was frustrated, not to talk of the person that saw the list. I don't know how, but the purse that was containing his money, he gave it to me and I lost it. I was not really sure. I had the purse when we went to get wine, and I had the purse when we were back in our house in Oyo. But currently, I couldn't know where I kept the purse anymore. And from our house to the village is like 2 hours, so it was impossible to start going back, and it made him so stressed. I felt sorry for him because he had to go to the next village to get cash. At this point, I was just trying to drag him for us to take these pictures because his mind was not even here. His mind was just for him to go and get the money and give to the elders because they were all waiting for him. I really felt sorry for him because there was nothing I could do. I was instructed not to leave the place where I was. So it was just like, allow me go. These people are waiting for me. I was like, just wait. But then we took the pictures and that was just it. I was just here trying to be happy because at this point I was also very angry. But then I was angry because I lost his boss and I am putting him in a very big stress. But then I just had to smile. It is my day, so every other thing just had to wait. That was pretty much it. After much said and done, they handed him the list. My sister was here. My mom is the person that is holding the camera, and I was instructing her to video me from head to toe. So they handed them the list. That is my fiancé and his people, and they were able to go home that day. The things I saw in that list, as I have stated earlier, is very, very ridiculous. Like, they are so extravagant, considering the fact that this economy is not even smiling. In fact, I am overwhelmed. I'm going to be talking about the list in another video because as it is now, I am seeing that thing like that list, and I am I'm in shock. But then, thanks to God, it was only God that made it possible. It was a success. It was more than I expected, and the devil actually tried to creep in, but God over everything. So I'd advise everybody that is doing any kind of ceremony or any kind of thing, wedding, whatsoever, anything that has to do with union, please always put God first, because the devil is always looking for means and opportunities to just do a little bit of twe. But if there is God, if there is unity, if there is peace, if there is love, everything is just going to be fine. Thank you guys for watching, and thanks again for all your congratulatory messages. I've been seeing them and it means a lot. They mean a lot to me. I'm so grateful. Even though I don't get to reply because the messages are always very plenty, just know that they mean a lot to me, and I really, really appreciate all your effort. Thanks for watching again. See you in my next video. Stay beautiful and bye. It's okay. It's okay. Can't go and sit down. Fine.